Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You have the right to remain well entertained. What is a lesson you learned too late in life? You can't love someone into loving you back. Oof, that's brutal but too real. Tried for 13.5 years with my now ex-wife. I wrecked my life for someone that just liked what I did for her. Believe me, the brutality is soul-crushing. I loved her with all my heart, soul, and brain. Jesus dude, that's really harsh. I hope you're in a better place now. Cheers. Being alone is less lonely than being married to the wrong person. Never been married, but watching both of my parents be deeply unhappy in a loveless marriage for 30 years has been extremely upsetting. I completely feel you. My mom even went as far as telling me to take note and not make the same mistake she did. What a powerful, and terribly sad thing to tell your child. Still think about it to this day, and believe me, I have definitely learned from her and their experience. Hope you're alright and hope your experience hasn't completely put you off meaningful relationships. Don't beg someone to be in your life. Please don't. Hess begging you. Seriously though, this is good advice, don't do it. Definitely good advice. Please don't do it. It's okay to fail. That's how we learn. I used to be so afraid of failing that I never tried. Why do we fall, Master Wayne? Because we're a spoiled little F who has terrible balance? No, sorry. The correct answer is we fall because we're a civilian with access to military-grade black ops equipment with little training. That I am capable of success. I spent so long doubting myself and not doing things because I didn't think I could. And look at you now, you sex master. I bet he's effing good. Some people just won't admit they're wrong. Don't waste time trying to get them to accept it. Wasted too much of mine own time trying to correct people. It's the allegory of the cave, man. That's why they also say, if you want to tell folks the truth, be funny, otherwise they're gonna want to kill you. Hey Neanderthals, there's a whole world to explore outside this cave. Also, you're wrong about everything. Okay, bye. Do you mean Plato's cave, or is there another cave thing that I'm not aware of? That the disappointment of your parents will be far shorter lived than the unhappiness you'll endure by trying to make your life fit their perfect picture. Arranged_marriage has left the chat. Not just arranged, for me it was marrying because I knew my religious mom would freak if I just lived with him. Then B, staying married way too long because I didn't want to disappoint my mom by getting divorced. All to find out she really cared more about my happiness than any of the rest. People aren't as smart as they think. I taught for 9 years. This big time. I taught in my hometown, so I had the children of former classmates as students. And I worked with my former teachers. Very eye-opening experience. Just because someone seems nice at first, doesn't mean they're a good person. Further advice, if anyone says you're their best friend within the first 30 days of meeting them, they're either a liar or a train wreck. Don't kill yourself working at a job that would replace you without a second thought. This one is so important. An early career lesson for me was to set boundaries with work, your bosses. First job, worked my butt off for the first few years, but my managers stopped appreciating it and started handing promotions and raises to newer, younger slackers. I eased up on how hard I was working, but going from 150% to 50% drew so much more negativity than everyone else who'd been giving 10% steadily from day one. So, another important lesson, never, ever start off giving 100%. Never. If you do, it'll be so much more noticeable when you do less. You can't really help people who don't truly want to help themselves. Unless a person realizes, admits, and is receptive to being helped and helping him/her/itself, you're just wasting your energy and probably adding to your own stress. Just dealt with this today. A girl I had been seeing has been saying she has been having suicidal thoughts for a long time now, and she doesn't want to get help. I mean, she does, but she doesn't. I don't know, it's really confusing, and for my own mental health I just have to realize I've done everything I can to support her and offer to help with therapy/medication, and she just has to want it herself. You don't need a million friends. Maybe less than 10, maybe 5, good friends. Put a lot of effort into those relationships instead of spreading yourself too thin. Feels harder as the world is so transient these days and people move all around the world. It's easy to lose and gain friendships very quickly. Or even if you maintain long-distance friendships, they are more difficult to maintain and may not be as impactful to your social needs. Listen to your grandparents' stories and ask them as many questions as you can about their lives and family history, etc. All four of mine passed when I was too young to truly appreciate any of the above. This one hits me hard. I have one grandparent left and she lives in a different country. That other people don't care what you think. They're more worried about themselves, and you aren't the first thing on their priority list. Could have saved so many headaches if I knew this years ago. You left out the stupidest part of that concept. Nobody cares what you think, but you have to care what they think. Yeah. You can believe whatever you want, so long as it doesn't contradict or make them question what they believe. If it does make them question themselves, that's when they start to react poorly. Not because they care what you think, but because they're trying to reaffirm their own belief in themselves. That attention and actual interest are two-way different things, ETA. Wow. Okay. Had no idea this would be so popular. For those asking for elaboration, I guess I was looking at it more from a relationship/love interest context. There are many men, women too. Just going off my experience, who might give you attention, flirt, etc., but that attention does not actually mean they want to pursue anything. I've had it apply to friendships too, where the person just wants someone to party with, go to bars, but isn't interested in being more than an acquaintance. I'm not saying there's anything wrong there, I just wasted a lot of time expecting too much from the attention givers. Learning to tell the difference between the surface level stuff and the ones who actually gave a duck was a hard but important lesson for me. And thank you all for the awards. Glad to know so many people feel similarly. Smoking isn't worth it. Don't even get curious. Tobacco isn't like weed, it's quickly addictive. The stupid marijuana PSAs with one puff can ruin your life should be used for cigarettes. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.